just under 10 and a half, about a year before she reached that age. Always with the sort of caveat or the disclaimer that if anything would change, the retirement could happen earlier. Fortunately, nothing changed, and she worked all the way up to just the week before Christmas and then moved out the week after. So you might now wonder, why did she move out? And the reason for that is because we couldn't give her, or can't give her, the retirement life she deserves. Guide dogs are never alone. As she is my eyes, she's always with me. She's working with me when we walk from one place to the other. She snoozes somewhere in the background while I'm in meetings, while I teach classes, while I speak at a conference or listen to someone else's conference presentation, but also when we're out with friends. She lies under the table in the restaurant, lies under the seat when we go to the theater, all of that. So she's always with me. And when there were very few cases when I had to travel for work to places where I couldn't take her, she would be with my partner all the time. So while she's happy to go into caves and guide me through dark caves, go across Suspension Bridge, navigate Christmas shopping in London, navigate a snowstorm in Canada, all of those things, she was never faced. But she gets very anxious when she's alone. She can't stand it. She gets very stressed, very anxious. And I just couldn't do that to her because I have to be out of my house for multiple days to go to campus, to teach, to go to meetings, conferences. And my partner has to do the same. So there would be days when neither of us would be home. And then she would just be sitting here and she literally cries. She whines and cries and gets just so stressed, it breaks my heart. So we've never done that. And we wanted to make sure that in retirement, she doesn't have to do that either. So even though this was really tough, and there might be some of you who think, I shouldn't have done this, I decided to use the rehoming scheme that Guide Dogs offers, so where other people volunteer to get her. And her new family is a 3-generational household in Wales that is linked to the wider Guide Dogs family. There are 3 other dogs there, so she has an amazing time. She runs through the Welsh countryside. She has a ginormous garden and has even taken on that little sausage dog, I put a picture in here, as her puppy. So she actually thinks this little sausage dog is her little puppy, and she treats Honey, is her name, as if it was her actual puppy. So this is sort of what happened with Lassie, but what was it like for me? Well, the only thing I can say is it's extremely emotional. As I said, I'm a year out, so I had a year of constantly thinking about last holiday together, last trip into London, last time teaching together, last conference together, last time going out to a restaurant together, last this, last that, last the other. And there were moments, many actually, where I just burst out into tears and had to lie down on the floor and just cuddle her. And yeah, just knowing it wouldn't just be losing my best companion, my extension of my left arm. It really is. It's like losing a part of you, and in some ways it's like becoming blind all over again, because it's also a loss of independence, a loss of mobility. For me, it's a loss of feeling safe. I know she doesn't look dangerous at all, but just having her by my side, I just feel a lot safer than I do with a cane. And that is different for everyone, but it's something that is the case for me. But I knew it was the right decision for her to retire. And as we're a partnership and have been a partnership for so many years, I decided to go with what's best for her. And of course an extension for me, because I would not want to get in a situation that could be potentially dangerous if she can't concentrate as much anymore. And I didn't want her to feel bad about making mistakes either. So that's what we did. It's been 8 months now, almost 9 from the moment she retired. So I've gone through a lot of grieving and adjusting to walking with my cane, or by the way, called Harry Cane. And yeah, still patiently, well, not very patiently, still waiting eagerly for a new guide dog. I've been on the wait list for a year now, and I'm hoping it's not going to be much longer, but I'll get a match when there's a dog out there that fits what I need and where I fit what the dog needs, because again, it's always a partnership. But I thought in order to sort of show you, or let you get a glimpse of what it was like for me retiring her, I decided that I will read out a letter that I posted on my website a week before she retired last December. It was a letter I wrote literally while crying. We getting emotional now. Yeah, and I'm gonna try and read it to you. I won't do this on camera because of all the assistive tech I need in order to actually read what I wrote. And for those of you who can, you'll see a lot of photos of Lassie and myself working together over the years, all the adventures we've been on. For those of you who can't see, I will put the descriptions of the photos and stuff in the description box underneath the video so you know what it was about as well. Dear Lassie, I don't really know how to start. It brings tears to my eyes every time I think about your retirement and moving to a different family. That final walk we just did was wonderful and awful at the same time. Now just Christmas left. I know Kay will love you. How could they not? You're the most loving and cutest dog. They'll be so lucky to share some of your life with you. When I hear your name, I think of love, is how Ed Sheeran put it. I will miss having you by my left leg, hearing you sleep back during meetings, and trying to sneakily kiss my nose when I bend down. It feels like yesterday that you came into our house for the very first time. You ran up to me and put your head on my knee. You weren't even supposed to be mine, just a dog to test walking speed and height difference. That first walk with you was just magical. We just clicked. I knew what you wanted me to do, and you were so happy. That tail of yours kept hitting the back of my leg. Afterwards, I told them I didn't want a dog like you. I wanted you. You must have told them the same. Only a few days later, they called me and made me incredibly happy. You were to become my partner doggy, my Lassie. I believe we were meant for each other. September 2013, when you were born, my journey to get a guide dog started, still back in Germany. It took more than a year before we both lived in the same country. It took you being matched and returned, losing confidence, being retrained, being unhappy with lots of potential matches, and me applying and going through the assessment before we met in October 2015. Not even supposed to ever be matched, yet always supposed to be together. I owe so much to you. It still catches me by surprise sometimes how a dog changed my life. You opened up new possibilities, made the world less scary, and gave me back confidence I didn't even realize I'd lost. When I'm down and fighting my demons, you take the dog away, and that is not an easy feat. You were shy and unsure of yourself when we trained together. Now look at you. You're probably one of the most confident and yet sometimes cocky guide dogs out there. Do you remember the first time we flew together on Christmas Day 2015, only 6 weeks after qualifying?
You charmed the flight attendants, so we ended up sitting in business class. My first ever upgrade. You were so chilled, as if flying was just a thing that all dogs do all the time. Looking back, that was probably when you became her ladyship. Every time since, you try to sit in business class. You grunt if there's no carpet or dog bed to snooze on, or when the floor is too cold. And yes, I love you more because of it.
I loved every moment with you, from our first holiday together in Cornwall over New Year's to our daily evening cuddles on the floor, and all the adventures and little moments along the way. Nothing ever faced you. Well, except cats. And the first time Daddy peeled a potato. Still wondering what you were on about there. Just think back what amazing things you did, my little Lassie girl. You climbed Mount Snowdon, guided me through thick snow in Canada, navigated London Christmas shopping, walked through the Mammoth Caves and down uneven stairs, through narrow paths, explored ancient ruins in Sicily, went narrowboating, intensely sniffing the floor in Scottish whisky distilleries, helped out in many collections and guide dog talks, featured in a national TV ad, went to countless museums, palaces, and castles, patiently sat at countless playgrounds, enjoyed festivals, multiple West End shows, and saw Ed Sheeran perform. Not once, but 5 times. Remember how you were wrapped up in a picnic blanket, wearing your ear defenders and sleeping while 80,000 humans around you were singing? Or when the human next to us cuddled you alongside their partner at Wembley Stadium while listening to Perfect? You were by my side through numerous lectures, seminars, conferences, panel discussions, and workshops, all with that ever-wagging tail and huge enthusiasm, always ready for the next adventure, while perfecting the art of snoozing everywhere and anywhere. Without you, we would have never been able to adopt those 2 sometimes very noisy human puppies. Without you, I would have been run over by cars twice, and who knows how many times I would have walked into things, bumped my head, or fallen over. I would not be who I am today without you, my hundebaby. I wouldn't have been able to be the mom I am to my children, the partner to my husband, the colleague to my co-workers, and educator to my students. My dream of becoming a professor wouldn't have come true without your help. For that, you are my hero dog. I was so happy when you became runner-up at this year's Guide Dog Hero Dog Award, and we became Partnership of the Year. For me, there could not be a better possum partner than you. I will miss how you sneakily try to roll in eau de fox during your free runs, your excitement every time you hear the jingle of your harness, how you guided me into puddles to let me know that you didn't enjoy working in heavy rain. I will miss your nudges in the back of my knee when I'm a bit late feeding you, your excitement when we get a carrot out of the fridge, your cuddles and nudges for more cuddles, your never-ending eagerness to play fetch, and the noises when you drink your whole water bowl in one go. I will miss the independence you gifted me. I will miss a part of me.
But most of all, I will miss your love. I'm sorry that I can't keep you. I know you will be happy. Kay sounds like an amazing person and has raised many of your colleagues. I made sure that you will get your blanket that your great-granddad got for you and that has traveled with you for many years. Your favorite elephant squeaky toy and the blue ball you love so much. Yes, I'll also pack the rest of the treats you won at the award ceremony. You will always be in my heart. I will never forget you, my hundebaby. Crying so hard now that I don't even know what I'm typing anymore. Love you so much. Enjoy your new life as a retired guide dog. Play with your new dog siblings. Chase those Welsh squirrels. Tell all cats off. Demand thousands of cuddles. And make sure to get your daily carrot. You deserve it all and much, much more. With love, Mummy. Always your mummy. P.S. Maybe you can use your retirement to learn how to sit properly. P.S.S. Make sure that your new family plays a constant soundtrack of Ed Sheeran to your life.
So yeah, later today I'll have to bring her back to her new family. But I know it's not going to be the last time I'm going to see this little bundle of joy. And hopefully the next time I get to see her, I'll get to see her with my new guide dog, and they can become sisters or siblings and have fun together. It was great seeing her. It's emotional seeing her, but it was just a joy to see how happy she is. She is truly a really happy dog still. She loves her new family. Her new family adores her. And for me, that just gives me a lot of peace of mind. Regardless of how much I miss her, it's the best decision for her. And I'll get my new pair of eyes and I will take you on that journey once it's time. And hopefully that I can do that too. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned some more about guide dog retirement and guide dog rehoming. And yeah, I'll make future videos again about my research around disability, but also what it's like to be blind or a blind person in academia in a very unique field of work. So thanks very much for listening, and yeah, hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.